Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back. TOD Plays Games, where we're once again playing some more Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged. Today we are in Spain, which looks beautiful. Much more beautiful than a very wet England in end of September. So yeah, welcome to better weather. Hope you're all doing well. Nice to have you all here, chat. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's just crack on, shall we? Because I really wanted to play some of this weekend, and obviously didn't.
No.
Okay, so you don't want to put the tripod and the gem together. That's fine. Let's go this way. George? I love that water effect. That looks so good. Oh, just what a change. What a change.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobbart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
So...
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Yeah, that's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. No, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud, why'd you lead me on then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
God damn it. Hey Catherine, how are we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
I'm gonna walk in.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Damn.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
But he'll let me this way. Doing alright, thank you very much. Yeah, hope you're well. Yank his hose.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
No, pull it. Pull. I wonder if I can get him with something. The gardener did it, whatever it is. I mean, maybe.
Hello again?
He seems shifty.
You again.
Yep, and it's a real bonus to see your smiling face, too. What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you
Oh, for
angling
God's
for a
sake.
bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why? Do you recognize this man?
No.
Do you need an electrician?
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
He isn't the kind of guy who I want to offer to shake hands with and then electric shock him. Because one, he might die, and two, he might kill me if he doesn't die. But I have just had an idea. Practical joke time. Oh, the music is just a nostalgia hit.
My horse has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my horse never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it? See, you.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my horse has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
I think I can run quicker than him. Not his dogs, but I think I can run quicker than him. You think George did it? Oh, George is trying to blow the murderer wide open. The case and...
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
Not that way.
I hid behind the armor and waited for developments.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
He's such a superstitious bastard. Go, go, go. No, 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 where are you going, George? No, you gotta go up the stairs, not to where he went. Is that new music?
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobbart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
Can't be.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobbart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they've planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
I don't know what to open with.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobbart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
She's probably playing chess with a gardener. Or herself.
Okay, whatever happened, happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobbart.
No. Children.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobbart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now,
That's fair.
I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
There he is, her shadow.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobbart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Always putting his foot in his mouth. Hey Mike, how we doing? Nice to see you.
Senor,
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey, it's a checkerboard! The lectern top had a pattern of glass squares on it. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle. May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobbart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobbart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
I agree.
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobbart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
Oh, good to know.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
She's on the hook.
Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobbart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hold down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set! Yes! The old chess set! Oh, damn the game! Now, hurry!
They even wrote it in that they were playing a game. Genius. Oh yeah, this game is so of its time. It's timeless, but of its time.
This is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobbart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobbart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Look, he's still
My
giving me
lady
the eye.
seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
He's still giving me the eye. I'm not even looking at him.
It fits, Senor Stobbart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
We're missing one. We're missing quite a few. Well, the king wouldn't be there, would he? The king could have moved from there to there. Bishop moves diagonally, correct? I can't get that one at the back, can I? Oh, I can. Right, so we haven't got a castle, so the knight... The bishop goes diagonally. Which one's the knight? The horse. I want the king. Dearly. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're missing one. And I haven't got anything to play with. Surely the king would be next to the queen. Why are there two kings on this side? No, there's one king. If that moves diagonally, the king... Hold on, I'm in check, aren't I there? I say with chess puzzles. The bishop moves diagonally, the knight moves... Right. The bishop wants to be in b3. And then I can't pick up the knight. The knight wants to be... That'd take the king. King wants to be... There, that's the bishop, so they can only move diagonally. It's in check. No, it's not. That's check. That's check. If my king's there, I'm in check. Can I not move any of these reds? I can't even quit out of this because we know we're missing a piece. Move there. That would do the same. The queen can't get right. So the unless I'm not trying to get it in to check. Whatever's there can get taken by that castle. So how would you get out of this? If you were the red player, you can take the knight, but the bishop will take the king. You can't take the bishop with anything, so it's checkmate. If the king's there, the queen can take my king. If my king's there, the castle can take my king. That's a pawn, so I mean the king can go there. Safe there. I think that was the same thing.
Look! What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
The Holy Grail?
No, Senor Stobbart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow.
And I good.
Well,
I find
go on.
things.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobbart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Back at Nico's apartment.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will. This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
Someone's jealous.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
I'm not seeing anything to do with chess or a communion chalice or anything like that.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
She really hasn't done a lot so far in this investigation, has she? I feel like I'm doing everything. The hidden chalice. We need to go back to Montfaucon as well. Maybe the night I'm at the house? Possibly. I think we do need to go back to Spain at some point.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Don't call me Georgie.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions.
That it?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's a museum with Templar artifacts in it. Templar shields are dotted about everywhere. It's cool how much they link in. Montfaucon. He's still sat there, supping his Cabernet Sauvignon, was it? And then the juggler with the same tourists. Come on, George, get moving. I need a distraction to get into the sewers. Really want that as well.
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church.
You should just do it
Other than
anyway.
Deported. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
He's not
A
holding a
bit of a
chalice
stained
either.
glass window. Wow. Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Okay, are you going to let me do this? Georgie. Can't do anything with the chalice in here. I'm definitely not done in Spain. Let's see if we can get the clown to distract the policeman somehow. Why have I suddenly just remembered the name Dwayne?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd. Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
I think it's right.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes?
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case. This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it. Thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
I need to get into the sewer.
Does this chalice mean anything to you?
It is very badly designed. I would not wish to drink from such a vessel.
You're not going to get the chance, Buster. Does this plaster interest you?
Well,
Forget it. Forget that I asked. Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
it looks like one of mine, or at least another jongleur.
Or a clown?
Mais naturellement, a clown.
Hardly a breakthrough.
No.
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, it so you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Look, guy, I'm gonna level with you. I need to get in the sewer.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
You're gonna have to arrest him, officer.
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration. What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Shake my hand, old man.
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No,
Don't answer that.
although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
All
What do
right.
you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it,
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you had it.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur, I'll be there.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Hi again.
Can I juggle with a nose
Oui?
on?
What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey!
But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Aha!
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
But I do have a desire to break into the sewer. I love how big his pockets are. That jacket is a jacket of holding.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
Wrong button. That's on me.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
I'm formulating a plan. Oh, okay.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Stop putting the chain. There's got to be a way of
The
attaching it to something.
inscription was
Breaking the
undecipherable.
wall.
The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
No, that's not what I
Maybe
wanted,
not.
George. Be useful.
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
We're getting there with brute force and sheer absent-mindedness.
Here goes. Hey, cool. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
So we're gonna hook it, right? We're gonna hook it? That's why I've got the hook, right? A little more brute force. That's how we do in France. As a tourist. On the hunt for a murderer. Whoa.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now. Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
It feels like today.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust. When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of
God,
course.
yes.
That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Let's get closer. See what I mean about the game story
I could
really
hear
opens up
voices
after
from the
Island.
lit area.
No.
This was it. The conspiracy was revealed.
Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest.
At last, I had them. I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces.
You're all going away for a very long time. And you can just drop those guns. You're impressing nobody.
Well, game over. We're done. That's the story. It's not. You shouldn't go down there, but you can, which is cool. Right, we need to ping this and then we'll sneak out. So I'll try and skip through this as quick as possible. I love this
In the
game.
beginning was
An end wrought by our enemies began our
How
darkness.
does one skip?
in the end.
I'll just keep clicking, right, okay. Bear with us.
Good.
We'll get there eventually, it's fine. That might not have been the best idea on my part, I'll be honest.
We that is how much eager.
Man, they talk a lot, don't they?
Do I? Wait. Now. But not petty big. Not now.
We have
Excellent.
well.
You see how Assassin's Creedy this game is?
But I
Before Assassin's Creed was a thing.
we not
Well,
Syria.
the assassin.
Alright, come on. You're done. You finished. Let's go. Let's get out of here before they actually do shoot me. Properly. Can't break any more of these, can I?
The inscription was hard to read. Nothing hollow there. That sounded pretty solid.
I can't go around the corner. I think we're done. We just sneak out. So the Templars are behind the murders. But there's also a assassin. The plot thickens. Maybe we should go to Syria. Oh, come off it. I saw you slide that back in. There we go. You gonna let me take the thing yet? You know, I'm gonna have to go back to Nico. I have an idea.
There was no need to take the wine glass.
But there's wine in it, George. Free wine. We go to the police station, we can check in with them. Check in with Nico first.
Who is this?
It's George. I found the site of Montfaucon.
Yeah? Is there any sign of the KT?
For the Templars? Nah, just an idiot juggler. How can anyone
That's a lie.
perform totally useless tricks with such a degree of smugness? God, I hate jugglers.
There must be something special at the site, George. It was obviously important to them.
I found the Templars.
Who is this?
It's George. Are you okay?
Yes, I am fine.
She doesn't want to know. Alright, we're obviously going to have to go back to the chapel, church thing.
Excuse me.
Stobbart! I did not expect to see you so soon after that unfortunate business at the museum.
Inspector Rosso was completely satisfied with my explanation.
Ah, yes. You were accidentally trapped in an Egyptian sarcophagus.
It could happen to anyone.
Indeed, as could being knocked unconscious by a wooden salmon. What do you want now?
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the assassins.
What are you trying to say, Stobbart?
That the clown is a member of that cult.
I see. And what proofs do you have?
Proof? I arrived at my conclusion through logical deduction and...
Pseudo-intellectual people. Leave the investigation of crime to those who know best. The police.
Alright.
See you later, Sergeant.
According to Assassin's Creed lore, the first Templars were Greek cultists, the first Hidden Blade a Persian, and the first official assassins were Egyptians. Yeah, they got around, didn't they? Back to Montfaucon. You'd have thought the tourists would have buggered off by now.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
You gonna let me do it?
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
Brute force, George, just like we did in the Undercity. Anything new here?
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. A scholarly knight.
I mean, I can't fit this anywhere on here, can I? Anything on these tombs? There's something in here. I know there's something in here.
Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. Waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
I can't remember, chat. I cannot remember for the life of me. I know what happens, I just don't know how to get to that point. Sorry, I know what I need to do, I just don't know how to get to that point.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4.
Is there any holes or
I wondered
anything?
if this guy had died in combat.
Oh, there's not going to be, is there?
Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
Can't interact with it, it's just the statue as a whole. I want that.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
That doesn't trigger anything. That.
It was a large blue gemstone. It was a simple but elegant tripod made of metal, with traces of colored enamel still visible in places.
Okay, maybe not.
The chalice from the mausoleum was obviously of superior workmanship, but grimy and tarnished. No way.
Just a thought, George. I'm struggling here. I've played this game so many times and I just cannot remember for the life of me. We need to find out how to use... I don't want to go for a hint because I know roughly what we need to do. Excuse me. I just haven't done it yet. If that makes sense. I'm missing like part A to the 3-piece puzzle. But I do need to go back down here. Sorry, there's a blockage. You see how easily he just lifted that then, yet he struggles to put it back.
Okay, it's long jump time.
Oh really? Are you going to
Here
try it?
goes.
Splash. Yeah.
Do I look crazy or something?
Little bit, yeah. I can't stand on there, can I? No. I can stand on there, but that doesn't help. Have they gone yet?
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world!
Crazy. And then they all fit in the little boat. That's the bit we missed. We had to wait for them to finish.
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it. I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top. There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle, I could see words inlaid into the stone. On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
I mean, that's all interesting, but let's do what we're all thinking.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B, Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Back at Nico's apartment.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I
That
spied
cheesy
on their
smile.
meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all these?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Clantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes,
So, how does he hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
Sure.
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
That's fair. Well then.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, George.
Wasn't a no. Let's go book a plane to Syria. Can't go back to Spain. Marib.
Ah, bad-tempered as well as ugly.
It's a cute little cat. Man, this looks so much better.
Hi,
Here we go.
I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Dwayne
Pleased to meet you,
Henderson.
Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne. My name's George Stobbart. You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio. Pearl writes the poems for 'em. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Wow.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are two different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
There's something shady about Dwayne.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
I've been talking to your husband, Dwayne.
Oh,
Yeah, He tells me that he runs a greeting card company and you write the poems that go in them.
Oh, yes, indeed. I consider myself the artiste of the family. Tell me, George, would you like to hear one of my poems?
Sure.
Yes, go on then.
Okay then, darling, here we go. Our sympathy upon this time, when your heart doth break.
I like the dog.
Classy, isn't it? We know the grief that must entail when your schnauzer gets bitten by a snake. Ah, it still touches me. What do you think, George?
It's very specific, isn't it?
You think so? We sell a lot of those, dear.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Hold on. Didn't Dwayne say they were from Cleveland?
What was that, sweetness?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. I met your husband earlier. He's an interesting man.
That's why I married him.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines in Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me. Still, Dwayne loved it. Conspiracy theories appealed to his paranoia. He thinks the Freemasons shot Elvis from a grassy knoll. He gets might confused sometimes.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
He didn't have anything that I needed.
Hey, kid.
Hey there, young fella. Speak ye you the English? Speak you the Anglaise? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Mijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Dassi, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, It's a funny thing, but I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
Neo's good.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Huh? Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Charteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television
Isn't that the Saint?
program,
Yeah.
featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
The cultural references in this are just brilliant. Alright, Catherine, thanks for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you later.
A comedian. No surprise there.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir, I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
You're correct.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very elegant. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
I think we're done.
So long, Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later. The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Most good. Yeah, kebab. Yeah, most good. Get it.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah, give to me. Give to me. A la mode.
Hey. We're in. Welcome to the Broken Sword Cantina.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent, yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Thanks, Altar.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, alrighty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Hey, Tomby, how we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
My Arabic, Russian, and Japanese have a lot in common. I can't read a word of any of them. The notice didn't mean anything to me. The spittoon was nearly full. What did they sell here? Drinks or expectorants? I was surprised to see alcohol on open sale in Syria. Then I realized this wasn't really open sale. And then I realized they weren't even alcoholic drinks anyway. The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful. The inside wasn't. Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period.
Good, glad you're doing alright.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
Is most agreeable. This is how Ultar learns such splendid English, yes? Yes.
Have a look at this.
Shiny.
That it?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stobby.
Stobbart?
Yes, Stobbart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name
Klausner?
Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Okay, tell me more.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting, yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
No, I think I'll be hanging around the village for a while yet.
As you desire, oh mister. Rest assured, however, that Ultar is ready to transport you to Bull's Head as quick as a lickety-split. Yes.
Yes.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until Brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it's been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Wonderful.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
Useful.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon. Whatever that is.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Damn it.
See you around, Ultar.
Fare you most splendid, good sir.
We need to find his toilet brush. You better let me back in.
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Close up, I could see flies love kebabs.
Oh, gross.
Hello again, sir.
Hello, kebab? Yes.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
He has a brush.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
Heavens, yes. What a big man. Very muscular.
But you didn't go for a ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most... Oh, You mean a taxi ride? No, Dwayne wasn't interested, so it didn't happen.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Maybe I know just the place.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
Thanks, Paul.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
Can't say as I have. Where's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Bull's Head, huh? I must remember that. Sounds scenic.
Have you met Ultar?
Almost luxurious air-conditioned taxi ride, mister.
Yeah, the cabbie.
Tried to pull a bunco on us. Take us on a wild goose chase off into nowhere.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not going to find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them doors, Stam.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
I mean, the developers of the game are from York in
I'll see
England.
you around, Dwayne.
Count on it.
And it was the
George.
90s, so everybody in America probably sounded the same to most people in the world.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter, to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed. A roaring fellow. Ayuk's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
This kid's something else.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in Pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind.
There may be.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Oh, this game is just a thing of wonder.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. It may never have seen the inside of a toilet bowl, but it was still hardly appetizing. Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yeah?
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Maybe Nijo can help us out. But that will have to wait for tomorrow, because I'm going to have to call the stream here, because I'm heading out in a bit to go to the cinema. There won't be a Dragon Age stream tonight, I'm afraid, guys. I worked pretty much most of the weekend. Haven't really had a chance to chill, so I'm going to have tonight off, go to the cinema. I've got a free ticket that needs using up anyway. So I'm going to head down the local cinema in the pouring rain, in the cold night, the end of September. Woe is me. We'll be back with Dragon Age tomorrow. I'll push the stream back, so we're back new time, new old time, 9 PM UK time tomorrow. Stream will be kicking off just before. I will be back with this normal time, 4 PM-ish tomorrow afternoon. And there will be another Dark Urge video tonight. If it's the one I'm thinking it is, it's a fun one. They're all fun, what am I saying? I'm really enjoying this playthrough again, so that's cool. Yeah, lots of stuff coming on the channel this week. Obviously, more Dragon Age until we've got that one finished, and then we'll hit Trespasser, the big DLC at the end. But we're pushing back on the main story now, so still quite a few hours left on that game, I think. I'm going to dip out. Nice to have you all in chat. Thanks for popping by, everybody. Always nice to have you here, keep me company. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, your morning, wherever you are. I'll see you all in the next one.